Hi, Happy New Year! Now today we had Lisa in and we're just doing a quick video of removing her set. I did the video of the new design as well, but I split it into two so that it wasn't too long. So using my Sayang K35 and a cone carbide bit, and I've got it up to about 14 on the speed to take off that gel polish. Now as you can see, there's been absolutely zero lifting whatsoever, but Lisa would like to have the shape changed as well, so later on in the video I show that I just whiz off the corners using another carbide bit on my efile. So I just go around all the nails, taking off as much gel polish as possible, because obviously I do not want to touch the natural nail plate with the efile, far too harsh. So this video is actually a bit about the houses. It's all in order though, it's just that I've been out of shop so many times, so on one job that I do, I'm maybe just showing you one nail, on another it'll maybe just be two, but you'll get the gist, and I'll try and explain as much as I can as we go. And I just want to apologise for my very husky 70 cigar a day voice that I have going on. I was going to justify myself saying that it's definitely not COVID, but what difference would it make on a video? So it is just the cold though. So anyway, yeah, we're nearly finished with this. And I've got like a dust extractor behind me there, and that actually gets rid of most of the dust. So I'm using a crystal efile bit now, and I just go around the cuticle in one direction. I take it round the left side on a clockwise direction, and I've only got this one about speed 5 because obviously this is just for the cuticle. Now you can see I've jumped there, I have turned the rotation, and I go round the other side so that we get both sides nice and clean. There we go, it's a better angle there on the thumbnail. And then what I do is I get my sanding band, a fine sanding band from Kylie Werry's website, and what I'm doing is I'm buffing off any loose skin that's there, taking off any bits of gel polish that I didn't get with the carbide bit, smoothing out the surface, removing the shine on the natural nail plate, and just refining the smooth shape of the enhancement that's already there. So there, it's not very great, but you can see I'm whizzing off the corners just to make my life a little bit easier to get an almond shape that Lisa was after today. So then I'll finish it off with my hand file, and I bounce the camera. So we'll just define that shape, and we'll skiff over underneath just to make sure there's no raggedy bits, and there we'll just dust off as much dust as we can get, because we're obviously going to be infilling them with acrylic. Now I just use a clear acrylic for this, so we dehydrate with CGP dehydrator, and I've actually just got a primer from Nail Nails on the go at the moment, so it's the Nail Nails acid primer. I've got CJP crystal glass, CJP ultra adhesive monomer, and I am using the Liz Guild acrylic brush. I'm sure that's a size 10. So yeah, we just get a small bead, pop it right to the cuticle, gently bounce it, tuck it in behind, and then pull it down. And all the while when I'm doing this, I'm making sure I'm not going to flood those side walls at the side of the nail, and make sure I've got a slight apex, because these nails aren't particularly long, but we need some strength where the back third of the complete nail enhancement would be. So onto the ring finger, and just smooth that down, checking it from all angles all the time to make sure there's no dips or I don't need any extra powder. There we go, see we needed just a wee bit extra in there. I'm so sorry about my voice, it's so terrible. I might listen to this back and just completely decide not to use it if it's so bad. I did edit this video yesterday, but there was absolutely no way I could have done a voiceover. Even I could barely string a sentence together without squeaking. It just sounded terrible. So we'll see how we go. And I will apologise for the occasional sniff snot that I probably will have to do. However, right, so there we are, middle finger. I'm sure I just show you one hand on this. So, nice small bead. Edge that right round. Push it into the cuticle gently without flooding it. Making sure there's no product leaking right down into the side walls. Another small bead just to build up a slight apex on these. Cleaning down the sides and onto the thumb. When you're doing an infill like this, it's usually quite a quick process. I did attempt to file one, and then you could actually see there was still little chewy bits on it, so we decided to have a coffee break and wait for them to dry, because there's no point in trying to file them if they're not completely dry. So just wiping down that side, popping another little extra bead of acrylic on. Please don't look at my nails either, they're awful. I picked them off, I've not had a chance to do mine. And hats off to anybody who's a nail tech and has managed to do a nice set on themselves, because I certainly haven't had time. So yeah, I've tried to file round here and I just whiz over with my sanding band, but you can see at the edge there those gummy bits. If that was completely dry, they wouldn't be still attached, so they're not dry. So we've just decided to take a coffee break. And then coffee's finished and we carry on with them all. I'm sure I just show you a couple here because, again, my camera angles, I'm never going to make a cameraman on a famous film set, let me tell you that. So we go right round the cuticle. You can see I'm pulling the skin away from the nail so that I can get to the enhancement and not the finger itself. And then whiz across, back and forth, and then I go up and down very lightly. There's not a lot of filing needed on these. My application's pretty good, as you can see, and we just take a buffer and buff underneath. I hold it flat underneath the acrylic nail on the free edge just to make sure there are no raggedy bits left over, and we dust these down, get the extractor out the way, and then we are ready to decorate these babies. This next video will be put up soon. Bye guys.